I'm Jay Thomas. Welcome to Rides. I'm hanging out here with Mitch Rapp. We're in his garage, and man, does he got a wicked ride in his garage. It is a what, Mitch?
68 Chevy 2 Nova SS, the only year they made them with that logo.
And it is a pro street.
Yes, it is.
And it is a real bad car in a good way.
Yeah.
Mitch, I got to tell you, not many guys have a pro street in their garage that they actually take out and drive around like you do.
Oh, I do. I take it out. I try to go to the local car shows and take the dog to the Dairy Queen once in a while in it.
Really? The dog's got to love that. Why this car for you?
I'm an old drag racer, and I always kind of had a car around, and I didn't have anything for many years, so I started looking and on. One of the magazines, I saw this. It was down in Sioux Falls. The guy had bought it from another drag racer who used to drag race this down in Eddyville in Iowa. And I bought it, I brought it home. The guy had it gutted out pretty bad, so I started redoing it. I wanted to drive it on the street. I wanted something that was tubbed. I wanted something that was old school drag racing. As a result, this is what I have.
And the car's got a name, right?
Yeah.
You got to name your cars, even though I don't have a name for my car yet. But come on, y'all know. You got to name your cars. What's the name, Mitch?
Novacaine.
Fits this thing perfect. It is wicked under the hood. 427, but really it's a what?
468.
How much horsepower are you pushing?
550.
550 horsepower?
Or so. I've never had it dynoed, but there's nobody around here that can do that.
So we got to ask, before we start taking a look at the motor and the interior, because this thing is definitely pro street, 100% pro street. It looks like a steamroller from behind too.
Yeah.
Got the wheelie bars on it. It's loud. What do the neighbors say? What do they think when you fire this bad boy up and go for a ride?
Everybody knows I have it, and I really
no
only got
secret.
one guy that kind of doesn't care for it, let's put it that way, but he puts up with it, and he's out there today, so he's watching us.
Does he ever call the cops on you?
I think he has, yeah.
And when do the cops show up and go, yeah, this is too nice to take it?
Yeah, they just keep it down and they just take off.
It's not a paint job. This is wrapped, right?
Yeah, it's all vinyl.
It's a great story why he had this car vinyl wrapped. Let's take a shot of Novacaine. I can't call it paint, Mitch, because it's not. You had the car vinyl wrapped. Why'd you go vinyl wrap? And I know you got a great story behind this.
Well, when I bought the car, the guy had it rough, and I wanted to have a nice paint job on it. And I had good friends in the body business, and I just thought, well, let's do something different. So I did some of the prep work, and I took it up to Custom Graphics here in Fargo. We wrapped it in red vinyl. It came out so good. And then last year, before I got finished with it, I took over and I was out in the parking lot, and some guy hit me in the left rear.
No. You broke the cardinal rule. Please tell me you had in the parking lot. You were like way out in the back 40.
I was way out in BFE.
And you know what happens when you do that? Honestly, let me explain something, folks watching. We put our cars all the way out there just so people aren't parking next to them and door dinging them or ruining the paint jobs. You could be a half a mile away from wherever you're going. Your car's out there all by itself, correct, Mitch?
Yes,
you come out of the store and guess what? There's cars on both damn side of it. And that's what happened to you, right?
Well, I think what happened is the guy hit it with a trailer hit.
Oh, good Lord. Okay.
Well, that's what I figured happened. So I had a local good body shop guy fix it for me. We had to decide what we were going to do. Tanner and I came up with a graphic like you see on a lot of race cars and different things around. And this is what we came up with.
It's a great design. It fits this car perfectly.
Yeah, it does. That flows real well.
And again, because it's vinyl wrapped, let's say something happens, Mitch, to the flag work on this, it's a peel and redo.
Yeah, he's got the whole graphics in his computer. We can do anything we want.
A lot of guys and gals are going this route. They're vinyl wrapping the cars because the technology has become so good. You can wrap a car and it can look like a $20,000 paint job.
I couldn't have painted it for what we did it for.
Yeah, and again, if you get bored with it a couple years down the road, you peel it off and you start over again.
For sure.
All right, we got to take a look at the motor. This is a beast, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's check out the 468 in this Nova. And there it is, Mitch.
Yep, the big block.
Oh, these 427s. I've got a little 327 in my Camaro. These 427s are impressive. They're massive. They got power. This, though, is not a 427. You got this punched out to, what, a 468?
That's correct.
All right, walk us through the motor. What's all been done to this motor?
Well, it's poly crank, high lift cam, moving the pistons, everything. 550 horsepower.
And 550 horsepower, this is, I got to believe, because when you look at the car, you've got the old school from the 60s. You got the bumpers, you got those drilled out, which they did in the 60s, lighten the car up.
They're fiberglass.
You got this car, what, 24, 2,600 pounds?
Yeah, 26, 27 with me in it.
Yeah, see, not bad. I know what I'm talking about sometimes. 550 horse, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot of power for a car this light.
Yep.
And she gets up and scoots. Can you lift the front end off the ground?
I don't know yet. I just got it done last year, and I got to have the right, what do I want to say, conditions to try it.
Were you running for a tranny?
It's a 350 turbo with a 2,700 stall speed.
How's it do for in the summertime for cooling? She stay right around
185.
185.
Stays
no problem,
there.
Huh?
Stays there.
That's fantastic. All right, beautiful car, beautiful motor, 550 horsepower. She gets up, she goes, and again, you take it out if you want to run to the Dairy Queen.
Yeah, but you know, it all depends on how the dog is acting. So
yeah. Now let's take a look at the interior of this Nova. All right, Mitch, we're inside the 68 Chevy 2 Nova SS. This car is impressive. This interior, this is not stock.
no, not by any means. It was, like I said, a former drag car. So the guy had it gutted, and I wanted to have a little bit of comfort driving the car around. So I put in bucket seats.
Fiberglass seats?
Fiberglass seats.
Actually, they're pretty comfortable.
Not too bad. I got padding in mine.
Okay, yeah.
And it's got 5-point cage, 10-point roll bar, which has been certified by NHRA. So, you know, if I wanted to go to the track, I could. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, you know, when you're running a pro street, there's a lot of equipment you need to make it a safe vehicle. Let's talk about this beast sitting right here between us.
It's a B&M shifter. I bought a pedestal mount to raise it up higher so I can shift quicker. And it's got line lock, so in case I want to do a burnout.
Dude, to do a proper burnout, you got to have a line lock because you can really do a burnout.
Oh,
You got
for sure.
it. You got the line lock right there. All right, for folks that don't know, kind of walk us through this B&M shift kit. You got all kinds of different levers and knobs on here.
Well, it's got a reverse lockout, so once you take and get it into gear, you can't go up into reverse, which is good. When I want to put a reverse, I have to pull a pin and put it in there. And got the 3-speed automatic, and
That's it, huh?
goes like a bandit.
A little custom work on the interior, the door cards, a little work done on them, kind of matches seats. I mean, just subtle stuff, and definitely goes with the car. But boy, you sit in this thing and you can just tell that this thing is going to get up and boogie. How far is the Dairy Queen from here, Mitch?
About 2 miles down the road.
Okay, from here to the Dairy Queen, how fast?
Sometimes the ice cream won't even get started to melt.
Probably shouldn't say. Of course, you set up fire extinguisher. If you wanted to hit the drag strip with this, you're good to go.
Yeah, to put a set of slicks on and give it a shot.
Man, I don't think I've ever seen a pair of meats that big on the back of the car that actually had tread on them. Usually they're slicks.
Yeah, 1531s, yeah.
Crazy, man. Beautiful car. And of course, every pro street car has to have this. I love that sticker. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
You got that right. Seatbelts are required in this. Hey, Mitch, thanks for sharing your ride with us, man.
No problem. My pleasure. I enjoy your show, and I'm just glad I'm part of it.
You got to fire this bad boy up. Let's hear it. Oh, dude. It literally knocked pictures off the wall. Oh my God. No wonder you got a neighbor that's not happy with you. This is amazing. Mitch Rapp, thank you so much for sharing your ride. Thanks for being on Rides.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
What a 68 Nova, known as Novacaine, and now you know why. This thing is wicked.